Good afternoon. I want to begin this video as you see this what they call that, I like to say the Fibonacci spiral. Okay, I'm going to use the Fibonacci spiral. Let me see if I can move that camera a little bit forward. See what's happening? See the screen? What's happening to the screen over here as I play with the camera? We don't know what's happening to our eye, how our eyes move, and as our eyes move and see as the filters go through, right in the upper, the illusion that passes before us, although it's true. Hey, look, we have the illusion it's moving, and guess what? It is moving, but we see it on a minute scale because of the light and the filters. Now in this one over here, we can see this is clockwise, like that, or it can be going counterclockwise and further away, clockwise and move forward. And why do I say that? Because what happens when you move a screw? Okay, well, we can say the screw is made the other way, but in North America, when you make a screw, it's going this way, and it's screwing in. It's screwing its way in. You want to take off the screw? You turn it the opposite way. Turn it the opposite way. See this over here? If you turn it the opposite way, does it go out? Or you turn it the opposite way, does it come this way? Forward. Screw it in, it goes out. See the way this creates this dome shape? I'm not sure if you can see this dome shape over here. You see the way you can now see it on an angle, and it looks like a dome-like, but it's actually the spiral, and here's the sides of the spiral. It's a dome. There's another question I'm going to put out here, and that is the question of, let me try and remember. Is the video going? Did I start the video? Yes, I did. Just give me a second for my coffee. I'm going to continue on this video. I have no idea where it was. It's 2 hours later. It's 1:44 in the afternoon, 1440 minutes in a day. But in this 1:44 without the zero, putting the zero in the position of the one position, okay? One binary code, 000, where we get 1, 2, 4, 8. Anyway, so let's forget about that. The 1:44 is 104th minute. 60 and 44 communication. Imagine the core energy in the earth, the spin. The spin pushes everything off to the side, right? The spin pushes everything off to the side. If you ever stood in something that's spinning, it pushes everything off to the side. What does that mean? Does that mean, are we living on this side standing this way? Or standing up, sideways to each side of the earth? Standing a little bit different in the cone that we're in, showing the two kidney-sized moons could be ears being supported on each side by two energies. 3 major moons keeping the torus running, the moons of Mars. And the reason I'm saying this into the video is because how I began this video. This video is about number 27. And that is the leap year of 4. Why do I say 4? Because the starting position is right here. Plus 27, plus 27, plus 27. I'm in 1, 2, 3. I'm in the 4th area. Do you follow what I'm saying? I'm not counting the first one. I'm going 27, 27, 27. So it takes 4 to create the leap, right? So here we have creation in the moon of Pluto, the half-life, or 2 to 1. Remember, 5 and 2 create the same scenario, right? You do know that? So the maximum you can actually have for a number, the maximum is 4. You can never have more than 4. 4 and the 0.5 means the center of 4 equaling 2/5. But 5 only means 1/4. What is 5? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the center of. But what does that center do, pending if you create the cube from it? The cube creates this y, which is a representative of Earth, or this y over here. And if you go to roulette, there's a whole thing about it, but let's not talk about it. This just tells me where anything after 5 will have more than a value of its number. For instance, 100%, which is this number, and 50% will leave it half of its number. It'll be below the second half of 7. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we're going to work over here. 7 times 150% is 10.5. So we're adding the 100% of what 7 is to the 3.5. But that is 3.5. That's below the 7. The 9, it becomes 4.5. The only number that, when multiplied by 1.5 times itself, becomes 4.5. A, C, E are these numbers. They come out betting craps. 315 Mars, 135. Come me. And at the same time, you're going to create the orange ball in pool. Now you're going to say, so what does this do? What does this do? It talks to me. It tells me the AC energy of love, because M in French is to love. 5E is the energy in the A and E world. The first letter and the fifth letter. You always use them together. French has taught me, okay, we can count up to 16. And then we have to put 17, 18, and 19 together. We have to put 10 through 16 together. When you add 10 through 16, you have 60 plus 21 equaling to 81 Venus. When you have 7 through 19, you have 54 and you have the sun. 17 and 18 is 35 and 19, 54. What do these numbers tell me in the alphabet? What does all this tell me? What does this look like? What does this tell me? What do these 0.5s tell me on each sum? Here in the 8th position, we revert back to the 3 position. 1 and 2 is 3. Here we become 1 and 5. We're inside of Mars. Here we're in the gateway of 7 to the energy. The energy is the halfway between. It takes 2 cubes. And 10 is only because we have the center heart of 2. We have to link 2 cubes together. Is this the way it is? Was that the way we're supposed to do it? To link all the 2 cubes together. And now we're going to have 5 and 5. Now we're going to have our 2 centers over here. See my 4 centers here? My 4, it's 2, 4, 4, 2. Everything is telling me a different story. And then there's angles to it. And once you go on angles, are we going on this line? Or are we going through this line? What is it telling me? What is it telling me to do? So we're going to get off the come out roll. We have the come out and we have the don't or do not. Which is it using? Is it using that or is it using that? Because it makes a difference. It's strange. I'm missing the A over here. Okay. The orange ball is 13 and 5 equaling to 5 and 4 the sun equaling to 6 and 3 creation. That's 6 creation of the gods from man. We're going to get this and we're going to turn it over the stalls on each side and then the passageway. What if this passageway had a double passageway? And we walk into here and we cleanse through here and then we come out over here. Anyways, don't want to get into that. That's for a further discussion. What we have over here is I'm going to be 25. That would be Earth. We would have quarter. We would have birth. Right over here, birth in the gateway. We have 70 and 9. We have 19. We have 60 et 19. It's telling me 19 is involved because of what the French say. So if it has 19, that means it has 18. That means it has 17. So it has these 3 automatically in that number. 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 inside of A. So we come over here, the hand of God. Inside the gateway to heaven, 7 plus 8 equals to 15. That'll be Mars. 7 by 8 is 56. Now 56, the reverse of 56 is 12. That's Father. 7 and 8 is 15 Mars, or 56, which tells me the colors. Okay, 65 is number 7, and 5611 is a representation in black. Red is 9. Black is 11 or 2. 9 and 2 is our birth, the negative birth. Back to Mars. 9 lives of the cat inside X of the hand of God. Communication, beta creation. Pink, Christ, Christ child, and Mars energy. This and this are the same. All of these are the same. 1 and 4, 5, 7 and 7, 14. 1 and 4, 5, 5 is 5 is 5. 6, 6, 8 and 7, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. These are all 5s. That's what 27 does. 18 will do the same thing. If I went 21 and 18, I'd have 39. 3 and 9 is 12. But I went up by 27. I went up by 3 levels. We have V for life. 7 by 7, creating green. The 6 ball and the 14 ball. The 14 ball giving me the DNA inside the half-life of Mercury and Christ. Where do I get this from? Because how do I create 7 and 6? 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 will create this number. What does it give me? It gives me up to 16, telling me Venus, because it's below 7, 8, and 9. The 1 position, the 10 position. The value of 1, the value of 2. The value of 2 in the house, the value of 1 of the ox. 60 seconds. You don't have to count 0, 6, 0. Because it's the 1 position. What do you get in the 1 position? You get the 0, you get A and E. In the 0 is the A and the E. You can do it that way, and you can do it that way. Because the A and the E is the 15th letter. The 15th letter of the alphabet. The reverse, it is the 12th letter. So it's telling me 3 and 6. So it's telling me a story. It's telling me a perfect story if it was 360 times 4 time equaling the 1440 rotations I need for minutes in a day. Not talking about the seconds, which we need, I think, another 60 times that. So we're talking about ether because of the number. See, that 27 is perfect. That's the reverse alphabet over here. I forget why I said this, but it just came to the top of my head for a reason. We count down. We count down. We get to 109. 1 and 9, boom, 1. 7 and 1 is 8. We're missing the 9. The first time we bump into the 9 is right over here. I want to get into the 100 range. And the first time I get into the 9 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1 is 8. 1 and 7 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So we skip the 9 in here until we get to this one. 18, let's see if I did this right. 45, 55, 65, 72, and 27, Jupiter. Red sun of Jupiter. Soixante-douze, Father Gateway. Inside, birth, moon, queen, dog, Jupiter, red sun, fox passage, stand on Q, stand on the tail, stand on my tail. Soft 17 or a hard 17, a 10 and a 7, 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. Inside of this one. The remainder is 3. That is your Christmas, 3377, equaling to 65, the 7th gateway. I had that over there. I sometimes get mixed up. I'm not really sure in what direction I should be going. When we get to 51, we get Mars and Earth. Makes a total of 103, Mercury. We get the birth, and we get the heaven gateway, the hand of God to the gateway again. 1 and 6, the half-life comes together. AC, again, the half-life, Valentine's, inside the moon, the sun, and the cube. 21, add 1 through 6 equals to 21. 1, 2, 6, okay, 216. 216 is a numeric value I use for birth. I forget why. 216 plus 24. If there's an add-on equals 240. Right, the 10 times 24, that's what I use it for. 9 times the 24 hours or 9 months of birth. I use it towards the same number. Also, it's the value of the moon, 2160, okay, which is 1.5 times the 1440 of the day, or 1440 of the day by 5.5 equals to 7920, which is the diameter of the Earth, in which this also will configure into the Mayan calendar. So this is what each letter position in the alphabet will tell me in reverse. And the first time you get to 9 is when you descend down here. If I start at center C, and I started at center C, I don't know why, but I just did CBA backwards. It wouldn't make a difference where I started because I was counting backwards. This is my first 9 backwards. Where would be my first 9 forward? Okay, if I was going through C. Took a 2-minute break. Now I came back, finished off the numeric alphabet, and we go all the way up. If we started at A and went up, we'd go 1, 2, 3, C, Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but when we get over here, tell me if I did this wrong. 53 and 27 is 80. 80 and 27 is 107. We have 8 because that's my alphabet. 8 and 1, in between 8 and 1, there is no 9. And they sing the alphabet song, YZY 27, 54, 81, 108, 3 by 36, 2 by 54, 4 times 27. Here we have the sun. Here we have the aces. We have the half-life. We have what 6 will do. 6 is in time, command create of rotation, 3 by 3, 3 plus 3, which happens in Mars over here where 9 and 6 reverse in ABC. 1, 2, 3. This is my final alignment. 1, 2, 3. The only time it changes is when 1 and 2 come together. 1, 2, and another number. Do you follow what I'm saying? All these numbers, 5 and 4 combinations, say sun, fox, passage, creation of the house and the ox, and the birth of the heaven of the gateway, time of man, communication in time of man through Mars. Communication is right over here. Beta communication, EIEIO down on the farm, and this is where the red comes in, the red company, the 13 and the 1 coming in red. Is that Santa Claus coming in red? And the reason I say that is because red is numeric value 27. Sun is numeric value 54. So when you get 2 times 7 is 14, 2 plus 7 is 9, equals to 23 and 5, minus and plus. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7. When you get the number 35, and I like to call this electric company, you end up with 15 and you end up with 8. You end up with 23. 2 and 1 create 3. 2, 1, 2 create 5. There is no other way out, but 3 is inside of 5. 1, 3, and 5, where 4 meets 1. But does 4 meet 1 over here where we have 2 cubes and you're joining over here? Actually, you don't join over here. You keep one world up with this, and then you keep this square world over here. It's hard to explain this exo technique. It's like the heart is on one side. You can cut away most of the body and still run with the heart and the rest of certain organs. Anyways, we get to 108. This is what I like to call the twin towers. Above and below, the air conditioning valve. 108 and 3 is creation. 3 is creation. 3 by 3 is 9 by 3 is 27. 3 powers 3. So anyways, this is my scenario of how the alphabet positions. Now, if you want to reverse the alphabet, first of all, look at that. Between R and S, between 101, okay, between 101 and 125 is missing because 125 is on this side, 123, 122, 121, all the way this way, but it splits right over here. See the way we went down? We went down. Actually, it's going up. Let's go up. 9, 10, 11, all the way to 122, 123, 124, 125, 126. Oh my God. We have to go all the way to 100. 19 plus 27, 37, 46, 56, 66, 73, and 27 is 100. So there's a split between the first 18 numbers and the 19th number over to the Z, where you end in 8. You start at 1, you end in 8. We can't have a double 0. This will again tell me the cube. We also have a reverse over here in the T. Jesus, 101. In the house. Jesus, in the house, number 20. Jesus, in the house. When you have number 20, you're also going to use number 80 through 80 4 times 20, and then you're going to go again and use number 11, okay, for 91. And the reason I'm saying this is because of what the French say. When the French say 80, they go 4 times 20 is what they say. And if you want to bring the ox in the house, you're going to go and 10. 1 is 10. When you bring the ox into your human body, when you bring the ox, when you bring life into a seed, you bring 1 into 9, to the cycle of 2 into 8, to the Rubik's cycle of 3 into 7, into your human cycle 4 into 6. Each one of these will tell a story. 10, 9, 16, and 10. This one will be 21, and this is the cube, and 10, and this one will be 24 and 10. So this will be 6 and 1, the half-life. This will be 3 and 1, the AC energy. This will be 9 and 1. This will be the spirit birth. This will be 7 and 1, stand at the gateway. This is what they tell me. And where these are used, where the 10 is used, it's used in 90, because the French say 4 times 20 and 10, and then it's used again in the 70s. The minute you get into the 70s all the way to 79, it's used again. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Let the numbers speak for themselves. Thank you for watching. Y is the dividing on Earth. It is the gateway and the birth to the half-life, and Y tells me that story because. Thank you for watching this video.